Good afternoon and welcome back to the Wismatic Virtual Conference. Our next section is Undergraduate Mathematical Research at two-year campuses. Our speaker is Wufeng Tian from University of Wisconsin-Eau Claire. If you have any questions during this session, please feel free to enter those into the chat section at the bottom of the Zoom room screen, and we will address them at the end of this talk. On that note, I'll hand it over to Professor Tian.
Thank you. I have a lot of friends here. Hello, Stephanie. Hello, Alex. I don't know if you can hear me. Yeah, we have many colleagues here, which is great. So today I will give you a brief introduction about the undergraduate mathematical activities I did with my students at UW-Eau Claire, Barron County. So if you have any questions, please feel free to ask me anytime you want to. I actually gave a similar talk several years ago, like 3 years ago. I don't know, I don't remember, but I did give a similar talk several years ago. So I was wondering, maybe the other day, Firal says, Wufeng, would you like to give a talk about the things you did here again? I said, okay. So that's what I'm going to do that. Let me see. Are you able to see the screen? Can you see I don't know which screen I'm sharing now.
I see
is
undergraduate mathematical activities slides.
Okay, just that slides, right?
Yeah.
Because I have two screens, I'm not sure if I'm choosing the right one or not. Just
the slides.
Okay, that's nice. So my name is Wufeng Tian. Many of you here know me. So I work at the University of Wisconsin-Eau Claire, Barron County, and here is my email address. If you have any questions, you can email me after the talk, or you can visit my homepage, people.uwec.edu/TINW. So today I will give you a brief introduction about the activities that I worked here at UW-Barron County. I would like to share with you because I think this could be done at your campus as well, because it's not like a specific design here. It's for everybody, everywhere. I think it should be, especially Wisconsin, you can do many things. I think you probably can do all of them. So first activity is mathematical contest in modeling. I know several other universities have these activities on their campus. UW-Madison, UW-River Falls. I don't see any other schools like did this activity. The other one I did introduce that a few years ago, but I don't think they offer it this year, or they stopped that one. The number 4 is the impact, which is sponsored by UW-Eau Claire and the Mayo Clinic. And this is every year is all the students in northern place, not just in the Midwest region. It's not just Wisconsin, every university, all students and faculties are welcome to join. Number 5, I think, is the PIC math. I don't know if you ever heard that before. This is the preparation for industry careers and the mathematical sciences. I think you can think about to join to do this, to apply for this. It's pretty much a small grant that your teacher pick math class at your school. And the other ones are the student research dissemination opportunities. Before I gave introduction about the activities, I would like to make an announcement here. The National Conference on Undergraduate Research 2023 is hosted by UW-Eau Claire. So I would like to invite everyone to join us from April 13 to April 15 in 2023. You can mark that on your calendar. We will, if you Google like UW-Eau Claire National Conference on Undergraduate Research, you should be able to see a website. I think it's still under development, like some more details will come up for two-year college as well. So why do we offer the undergraduate research activities on the campuses? I mean, even a two-year campus. I think the biggest challenge that we work with the undergraduate students at two-year campuses for some research projects is the student normally only stay here for 1 year or at most 2 years, then they transfer to another 4-year school. They have a very short amount of time staying on the campus, especially when they just came here. They are not ready to do the kind of a research level projects. So sometimes I give them some brief introduction, and then I invited them when I had a club here. You probably can, if you're on your campus, I don't know if you have the math club or not. I'm the advisor. I'm the advisor of the club, the math club on my campus. So every year, every semester, we have it's pretty much like a student SGA, student government association, like a student club, but I'm the faculty advisor. So I recruit new students. I also recruit students from my math class. So they participate in the club. And every 2 weeks, we had a meeting about, okay, what kind of activities we can do in the fall or in the spring. So the undergraduate research projects or activities, I think it helps develop students' independent and critical thinking skills, along with the oral and written communication skills, because after the project, they can present their work at many different conferences. Then it also challenges the students to clarify and analyze proposed applicable solutions to many open-ended real-world problems. It also provides students distinct advantage when they apply for internships or they apply for graduate school in the future. They have some extra activities other than just the pure transcript. And then they did this project, they have this work, they have this certificate or award. So it really helped them to build up the resume as well. And the faculty member also enhanced our learning experience for students where they benefit from a productive research agenda. So when we work with the students, sometimes students have very nice idea that we never thought about it before. And of course, the last one, university in turn benefits from the presentations and the publications that serve to increase the visibility in the academic community. Like if you win something, we have some award or some results, and you can announce that in the news report, and then it will increase the visibility of your school in the academic community. So first activity I would like to introduce is the mathematical contest modeling. This is a international contest for high school students and college undergraduate students. So basically it challenges the teams of students to clarify, analyze proposed solutions to the open-ended questions. So this contest attracts diverse students and faculty advisors from over 900 institutions around the world. Like many schools, UC Berkeley, UW-Madison, many great, like big university also participating in this competition or this contest. Well, obviously we introduce this activity to our students. We just want them to participate in it. Before they participate in it, I give them some kind of training and tell them what we have done before and what you can do to prepare for it. Like how to use latex, write down your paper, and do a simple program with the MATLAB. For example, just graph some data. If you use Excel, have some data, right? And then how do you graph it? It's just a 2 or 3 sentence, plot the X, Y, and then the MATLAB will give you a nice graph. So like those simple things, and I give them some kind of training, pretty much like the club activity before the contest. So this 2022 is going to be in February 17 to 21st next year. I think the registration is open now. If you would like to recruit some student participating in it, you can register a team to participate in now. I think the registration is open. The prizes is it's very hard to win the top four, like $10,000, $9,000 to students and $1,000 to school. I mean, we participated several years, like 1, 2, 3 years. We didn't win the top four. We won something, but didn't get to that top. It's very competitive. So the other ones, student can win $500 and other. At least the student can, if they won they have different level of the award. So as long as they participate in the contest and submit the paper and they finish it, they can get a successful participant a certificate. So those are the biggest one is a $10,000. The other ones are smaller like award prize. 2018 to 2019, their problem was mathematically and biologically raising the Game of Thrones dragons. So Game of Thrones is a TV show that offers like many series. And in that TV show, there's 3 dragons. So basically that question asked the students, if those dragons are real, so how would you like mathematically, biologically, like to calculate or give a proposal how big it is and how much land does a farmer need to raise them? So basically there's an open question. Nobody knows the answer. So they just make a reasonable assumption and based on their own knowledge, biology knowledge, like calories calculation, food calculation, like those kind of things together to make assumption and then submit a paper. So our students was designated as the honorable mention winner in 2018. And we have 3 students. One student go to UW-Madison, and the other one goes to UW-Eau Claire. Another student, Vincent, goes to UW-Stout after they graduate from our school. We have 3 other students participating in it, although they didn't win any award, but it's really good experiences as well. All of them transferred to the other 4-year schools after they graduate from our school. So if you look at the PowerPoint, I put that schools there because I know where they transferred to. I normally have the connection with the students. When they join to my team, I ask them where you want to go. And then most of the time, I would say 100% so far, they successfully transferred to another 4-year school. So 2019 and 2020, the question was what makes help for online review? This is also an open-ended question. In the Amazon, there are a lot of reviews. So the companies they have a lot of data. When they see like 10,000 of reviews here, they want to know what review is considered to be the most useful review. So they provide you the data, like from this review, like how can you dig out the information? Tell us what reviews are the most important or most useful for us, because the important reviews, the company will look at the product. Okay, I don't like your product because this product has this feature we don't like, or some other functions we don't like. And the company can improve their product quality or their features or functions, and then eventually improve the product quality, like promote for their sales. So this is very open-ended question as well. So our student did this one. I remember they did a review length and a review articulation, review relevance, and those review usefulness. I think they had a rubric created for the review, and then the randomly selected some, like several hundred, 1,000. I don't remember exact number of the reviews. And then they created like a model. It's the linear regression model is not really hard one, since we don't really have like really super difficult math knowledge at this level to solve the question. And then especially students, I give them like a basic training, not really give them an intensive training on like a lot of data analysis, like differential equation stuff. A student did this question, then they write a paper. That normally the paper is about 15 to 17 pages long. The paper is written by LaTeX, and they learn how to use LaTeX before the contest. Our student also designated as the honorable mention winner in that year, in 2020. This year, the topic, we choose a interdisciplinary contest question, which is the sustainability evaluation of a higher education system. So there are a lot of international students in the world, especially people choose the universities just by the rankings. Okay, there are many rankings as well, like the top universities. But when they do the rankings, many rankings does not really consider the sustainability. They didn't consider about that, because during the COVID-19, if we remember that many private schools, they just shut down the campus. And many schools are not ready for any sorts of remote teaching, remote learning. And many schools actually closed the campus, like a liberal arts college. I think we all know that. Small private colleges, because of COVID, then they have to close that campus permanently. It's not sustainable. So in this paper, they defined several index, and then they create a evaluation system, and then the evaluation, the higher education system in several nations. Well, because the COVID and I could not meet my students every day in person, we just did online. We didn't win any award on this one, but the student had a great experience as well. So next one, I think probably is more familiar to us now. It's sponsored by EMATIC. It's called Student Research League. And this is a partnership between the college students and faculty mentors who are seeking STEM knowledge through the EMATIC approved research program. So the Student Research League will require the EMATIC faculty mentor to sponsor a team. You can have one student, two students, or three students participate in this activity. And it's pretty much like very much like the mathematical modeling contest. And the Student Research League, if you win the first place in the nation, the student will get $3,000, and the second place get $1,500, and third place they will receive $750. I think everyone, we are Wismatic, right? And we know EMATIC is the biggest one, like the American Mathematical Association 2-year colleges, right? We all know what EMATIC, and the EMATIC conference is going to be soon. And this year it starts from March 12th and March 29th. And I think everyone can register students if you can recruit several students from your class or your club to participate in this activity. So in 2019, our students did participate in this activity, and then they wrote a paper about the mathematical analysis of alternative power system in northern Wisconsin homes. Basically, they calculated in the long term, they did the cost benefit analysis for the solar panel system and the traditional power grids cost if they don't use any solar panel or wind power. So how much they cost, and then if they switch from the traditional power grid to the solar panel, how much would they save? So they wrote a paper about that, do some math analysis, and then they find the optimized combination. Then they find out you can save $41,000 over the next 30 years. The paper is designated as the regional finalist, and the national award, the second place student get $1,500 in 2019. This was in 2020. Our students wrote a paper because 2020 the students were not even on campus, so I didn't take a picture with them. I think we did it online as well, so they were designated as the regional finalist. In 2020, it was a selection year. We all know that presidential election. So the question was, all the president candidates, they proposed an idea to reduce the student loan. So the student job is to analyze each candidate proposal and then say which one is more efficient, which one is more realistic, or which one do they like. And then if they have any better ideas, they can propose their own idea compared with the president's idea. They can present as well. So they wrote a paper and then they submitted a paper. They were designated as the regional finalist. This year, our student did the question was the optimization of settlers and food supply for Mars mission. I think it was in the spring that the first robot was sent in the Mars. And there were some pictures back to the Earth about the Mars. So everyone is talking about, okay, what about immigrant to Mars, like send people to the Mars? And then the question is, how many people do we send to Mars, and how much food do we need to prepare during the travel? That was about 7 months travel in the spaceship. And also once you arrive, once you get into the Mars, you need food to survive, right? That was several period when you have the time you don't have food from Mars. Basically, of course, you can plant some plants there after you after you landed on Mars. So this is pretty much like optimizing how many people and how much food, like doing a proposal as well for the Mars mission. The first group of people, how many people do we send there? And students also present this paper at the 2021 virtual UW System Symposium at UW Whitewater. One of the students transferred to UW Stevens Point, Peyton's Sevilles. She transferred to UW Stevens Point, and we were designated as the regional finalist as well. And we just got the result recently. We only had 2 students this year because the COVID, many students were not available. Or in the spring, we still had the remote teaching, as we know that. This one part is not available anymore, but we did participate in it, the Smart City, Smart Future competition. So I'll go with this real quick. I think the Foxconn company is still there, but they don't offer this competition anymore. So this one we did it in 2019. Our students, I had 2 teams. One team, the first team won the grand prize winner. The students won $5,500. They got $5,500. The second team was the e-home team, which was based on the result we got from the Student Research League. They are the top 10 finalists as well. They won $3,000 cash prize. Student get those money, I get nothing. I didn't get anything. The next one is the impact. This one is offered every year, so you should be able to participate in this event this year. So the teams of 2 to 4 undergraduate students are invited to participate in the impact competition. Basically, Mayo Clinic will give out an idea. Students will participate in it and do some research and write a paper about the solution to this problem. And the students are invited to present their idea at Eau Claire, at a Mayo Clinic at Eau Claire, in Mayo Clinic. Okay, so last year was canceled, and but we did participate in the previous 2 years. In 2019, we participated in 2019, students participated in this project, and then we presented our ideas at Mayo Clinic. And all the students, they transferred to UW-Madison, UW-Minnesota Twin Cities, and Platteville, Stout. And 2020, we also had students. One of the students actually go to University of Minnesota, Rochester, because she really is interested in going to medical school. And the other two students go to UW-Madison. So we also had student and a faculty research collaboration at Eau Claire. I think other schools, probably your school, will have that kind of like opportunity as well. If you want to do some kind of research, the school can pay the students a little bit of money to do the research with you. So the last one I would like to share with you is the PIC Math. And I applied in last year and I was approved this year in June. I participated in the workshop. So next year I'm going to offer this PIC class on my campus. So if you apply to teach this class, is basically you find a problem from industry and spend one semester to work with the students to solve this problem, and then write a paper and then submit your result. And then they PIC Math, there is a National Science Foundation grant to pay you. So every faculty will receive $4,000 to teach the class. Students receive $1,000 to travel to present their ideas. This is a great opportunity if you would like to have a semester long, like more time to work with the students on like an industry problem. This is really nice one, and you get paid. All the previous ones when I introduced, there's no payment. Even I say, okay, so you win this amount of money, is all the student get it, and this one is actually faculty will get paid. So students can present their research in the National Conference on Undergraduate Research, which we are going to host this conference in 2023. And we have 7 Rivers Undergraduate Research Symposium, UW System Symposium, which I have students presented there. I also have students present in the Research Rotunda in Madison, and MAA section meeting, and UW Eau Claire's Provost Honors Symposium, and UW Eau Claire will also have the celebration of excellence in research. Students can also present, you can also publish the paper in the journals for the undergraduate research publication. Those are the undergraduate research journals that you can publish your paper with the students. And that's all the activities I would like to introduce to you. And any questions? Might be 2 minutes over. Yeah.
Well, it looks like we are out of time. Thank you so much, Professor Tian, for that valuable information you shared with us today.
Okay.
Do not see any questions currently, and I will say that we have one final session to wrap up this Wismatic at 2 p.m. Central Time. The session will be in room 1, and I will post the link to room 1 in the chat now. If you haven't already done so, don't forget to swing by the exhibit hall to say hello to the Hogs team and be entered in to win your chance of an Apple Pen, or excuse me, choice of an Apple Pen, Amazon Fire Stick, or $100 Amazon gift card. Thanks so much to everyone for being a part of the Wismatic 2021.